Hello everyone and welcome to Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Talent and Insight by Dynamics Square. Today we are going to cover the topic recruiting and onboarding. Before I start, let me first introduce myself to all of you. My name is Ruchi Sharma. I am a senior functional consultant for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Talent. Today's agenda is to discuss about talent, followed by basic navigation, recruiting and onboarding, followed by process overview and demonstration in the product. So let's get started. Let me just give you a brief about talent. Talent is a cloud-based solution which helps organization strategically attain, empower, and optimize the resources. Talent delivers solution to the three key roles in an organization. The first one is candidate, the second one is employees and manager, and the third one is human resources. So let's discuss these three roles in more detail. So the first one is candidate. Talent delivers tools like Attract and onboarding. Attract helps in managing the entire hiring process, starting from posting a job, application tracking, scheduling interview, and job offering. However, onboarding ensures that the newly hired employee is fully productive and engaged in the organization during the very first few months. Once the employee is hired in an organization, talent delivers varieties of tools like self-service, performance management, leave and absence management, which helps employee thrive within the organization. Talent helps HR department in managing the entire talent hiring process or experience from the moment the team identifies the candidate till the time the candidate leaves the organization. People analytic tool allows everyone in your organization to get a view or a picture who, what, when and where the people has been placed. So let's have a look on talent and a basic navigation. So I have logged into the talent site through a web URL. Like I have mentioned, talent is a browse based solution. So I have access through a web URL. The very first screen after accessing talent is called the home page. The tile on the home page represents the workspaces. Each major area or the business process has its own workspace. For example, leave and absence management, compensation management, employee development has its own workspace. So let's have a look what all information is available on a workspace. So I have already opened personal management on a tab. So you can see on the top, it provides a dashboard kind of a view where it gives us the count related to that particular business process. Then there are multiple tabs available. The very first one is the activity. So the basic business activities related to that particular area has been mentioned here. So these are the quick access point to that particular business process. So we are in personal management. So the activities like candidate to be hired, exiting, or the people who has already exited, it provides us a quick access to those details. Then we have analytics. Analytics are highly integrated with Power BI and provide interactive reports and a bird eye view. For example, total headcounts, open position or open to be filled position percentage. Every business process has its own analytical reports. Again, it is highly integrated with Power BI. Then we have links. Links are the building blocks of that particular business process, which includes the setup part as well as the master data. Now we'll be covering a scenario where we will be completing the entire recruiting and onboarding cycle. So we will start with Attract. Like I have mentioned, Attract helps in managing the entire hiring process starting from job posting. So we will complete a cycle where we will be starting from job posting. So I have already logged into the Attract, and let's have a look what all information can be captured on a job master form. So you can see currently I'm in Attract and I'm just going to open the job master form, and you can see on the top the system displays the job title the status we are in for that particular job, the request ID, and who is the hiring manager. Then there are multiple tabs available. Let's discuss these tabs in more detail. So the details tab provides the basic information about the job. For example, the title, the description, the location for which we are hiring, the skills which we are looking for, the seniority level, and the job functions. So again, we can define whether the job is open for a public view or it is only for internal purpose. That also can be defined. Then under hiring team, the hiring manager can define who will be the participant, who will be the team member for that particular job. So here I have defined one interviewer and one hiring manager. Now let's have a look what all target marketplace talent provide. So if I click on posting, it provides us a view via which we can publish the job to the candidate outside. So there are two sources. The first one is via talent career site, and the second one is LinkedIn. So talent career site are nothing but publishing the URL on a career portal, like for example indeed.com, monster.com, or the company website. So like I have already posted this job to currently the status of this particular talent career site is posted. To view the post, the user can click on view job post and system will open the job, how it will look like from candidate point of view. So you can see this is the view from candidate, where a candidate can click on apply button and they can apply to this job using his or her personal email ID. Then the second way of marketplace is through LinkedIn. Via LinkedIn, the company can easily log in with their company's LinkedIn account, or they can integrate talent with their LinkedIn account, via which all the open job will be directly published to LinkedIn, and the candidate can directly apply from the LinkedIn. Then let's have a look how we can define the recruiting process. So on the process tab of this job master form, the hiring manager can configure or customize their own hiring process. So for this scenario, I have just taken a simple 5 stages process for the hiring, starting from prospect, application, screening, interview, and offer. So like this, it is easy to configure these stages, and user can easily configure based on the nature of the job. Again, this hiring process can be enabled with the approval mechanism. So for this scenario, I have just enabled a simple hiring process without any approval and simple 5 stages. Now let's have a look how we can hire a candidate with this talent tool. So for this demo purpose, I have already applied for this job using my personal email ID with the name of John. And let's have a look what all information a candidate can provide while applying for a job. So this is the application which I have received from job. So it displays the candidate name on the top. Then it displays the job for which the candidate is applying, then the source via which they have applied. So you can see I have applied this through a talent career site. So it displays that the application is coming from talent career site with a date stamp. Then currently which stage we are in. There are multiple tabs. Let's have a look. So the first one is profile. Profile provides the information like work experience, education, candidate, which the candidate has filled while applying for the job. The candidate can also provide some documents while applying for the job. So I have applied using my resume. So I have attached the same. The hiring manager can have a look. If the job is coming from LinkedIn, this LinkedIn section will be updated. So let's have a look on activities. So activity will display the exact hiring process. So you can see currently we are in application stage. So we have completed one stage of prospect. So the status is completed. Then we are in application stage where the candidate has just applied and we are in review of the application to move it forward. So currently the stage is in progress, and you can notice the subsequent stages are logged. So until and unless we take an action on the current open stage of the hiring process, we cannot move ahead. So I'm going to advance the application stage, and I'm going to go to the screening stage, and I'm going to advance that also. And we will have a look how easy it is to release an offer letter from talent. So I am currently in offer stage, which is in progress. And by clicking on prepare offer, the hiring manager can easily release an offer letter to the candidate. So I've just clicked on prepare offer, and let's have a look how easy it is via talent to release an offer letter. So the time the offer sites open, the very first thing system asks us to apply and package or nothing but the template which companies can configure based on the nature of the job. So I'm just applying one simple package which I have already configured, which is for dynamic square offer letter. And by clicking create, system will try to bring all the placeholders or other information. So let's have a look. So on the top, system displays the candidate name to whom the offer will be released, and currently the stage we are in. Then the email ID, then the job for which we are applying, and the hiring manager. Then there are two sections available. The first one is offer data, and the other one is dynamic square, which is the template name. So the offer data is nothing but it displays the placeholder which will be coming from the two master. One is from the job master and another is from the application master. So I have applied placeholder like hiring manager name, hiring manager email ID. So those things has been come updated properly. So it is coming highlighted here as blue. Then from candidate, the name is coming, first name, last name, phone number. So the information which is updated, that has been highlighted as blue. By clicking on dynamic square, the hiring manager can preview the offer letter, and if he wants to change anything, he will be able to add it on this stage. By clicking on preview button, the hiring manager can have a look how the offer letter will look like from the candidate point of view. So you can see this is how the offer letter will look like. I have already enabled the electronic signature. So that's why it is enabled with electronic signature. And by clicking on send to the candidate, the offer will be published to the candidate. So while publishing, there are 5 stages system suggests. So the very first one is to confirm the email ID. Second, if we have to give some expiration date to the offer letter, the hiring manager can give. If they want to request some additional document, they can ask. So I'm going to ask for passport and driving license copy. And you can notice I have already enabled electronic signature, so it has been already added. Then the 5th section is about the email. Again, Dynamics 365 for Talent provides some predefined templates for email. Again, these can be easily configured. So for this demo purpose, I'm just taking the predefined template, which is candidate version, which is having a simple subject line, congratulations, John, welcome to the team, and with an email message. Again, before sending it to the candidate, Talent provides a feature like preview the email message, or by clicking on send it to the candidate, the offer letter will be published to the candidate. So I have received a notification that it has been sent to the John, and the status here has been updated to candidate. And if I go back and refresh the application tracking site, so let's have a look what is the status we are in the offer. So we are in offer stage and it is in progress, and currently John offer letter has been published. So I'm just going to log into my personal email ID. So you can see I have received a mail. Congratulations, John. Welcome to the team. If I click here, it gives me a sign in option where it will navigate the user or the candidate to the talent side, and he or she can take an action to the offer. So you can see currently I have just completed one action, which is submitting application. Then I have 2 pending action of offer letter acceptance on uploading some document. By clicking on review this offer, candidate can review the offer letter. He or she can take an action of accepting or rejecting the offer letter. So I've just click on review the offer letter and let's have a look. So this is the view from the candidate point of view. So you can see it displays the name of the candidate with the offer letter detail. The candidate has to electronically sign the offer letter. So I'm just signing it. Sorry about it, JD, and I'm going to sign it. You can notice currently the accept offer button is not enabled. So until and unless we electronically sign it, this accept offer button will not be enabled. The candidate can download the offer letter or they can accept or reject. So I'm just going to accept this offer letter and let's have a look how it get updates. So once the offer letter is accepted, the candidate receives a pop-up message. Congratulations, welcome to the team. The candidate, by clicking on review the offer letter, they can review the offer letter again. Or if I refresh here, we will be able to see the status. Like earlier, the status of the offer letter was published. And now let's have a look. Now the offer letter has been accepted. So like this, we have completed a cycle where we have seen what all information we can capture on the job master form, how we can marketplace the job or advertise the job in the market. Then we have seen how a hiring manager can define the hiring process, and we have completed the entire hiring cycle where we have received an application from a candidate. We have released an offer letter and how our offer has been accepted. Now let's have a look on onboarding. So like I have mentioned, onboarding ensures that the newly hired employee is fully productive during the very first few months. So let's have a look how we can use onboarding tool and how it helps candidate to be fully engaged in the organization during the very first few months when they have joined the organization. So I have clicked on the onboarding tool. So the first thing which comes on the after accessing the onboarding, it displays the guides. Guides are nothing but the guides which will be published to the candidate, which they are supposed to be following after joining the company or before joining the company. So I have already released one guide to John. So you can see on the top, it shows that okay, this is for John. He is coming and joining as an AP coordinator. His personal ID is this, an email number, and he will be joining in 21 days. Then there are multiple tabs. Let's have a look. The first tab displays what will be the introduction he will be receiving after accessing this particular guide. So you will be getting welcome to the dynamic square. Again, this can easily be configured. The hiring manager can configure based on the requirement. Then under activities, the activities we can define which the candidate is supposed to be completing after joining the company or before joining the company. So for this scenario, I have just taken simple activities like, for example, he is supposed to be completing a background check followed by tour of the company. Then the next one is prepare for the first day, read the company handbook, learn about our mission, meet your team. So like that we can define. Even while defining these activity, we can give them whom it will be assigned. By default, it will be assigned to the candidate. Then we can give them some contact persons so that it is easy for the candidate to make contacts in the organization. We can give the due dates also. For example, if we want to track the progress or the development of the newly hired employee, we can give them some due date. Then under contacts, we can provide some of the teammates, recruiting, onboarding buddies, mentors, IT person, contact details. So we can provide that. Under resources, we can give them maps, we can give them website access or some other portal access which the candidate should have on the very first day of joining. Again, before sending this guide to the candidate, the hiring manager can preview this, and this is exactly how it is going to look like from the candidate point of view. So the introduction part has been covered here. Welcome to the dynamic square, and we can see what all message we have given. Then the activity which he is supposed to be completing. Again, you can notice nothing has been completed yet. So the bar graph here states that John is supposed to be completing 8 activity. Nothing has been completed. By clicking on mark as complete, you can see the bar graph is also getting updated. So like this, it is very easy to engage the newly hired employee in the organization. Then on the contact tabs, the candidate can easily view the contact person information, and under resources, he will be able to see the website or other information about the company. So in today's session, we have covered a basic overview about talent, followed by recruiting and onboarding process overview, where we have seen how we can manage the entire hiring process, starting from job posting, application tracking, scheduling interview, and job offering. Under onboarding, we have seen how we can create the onboarding guide for a newly hired person with the help of activities, resources, and the contacts. If you have any doubt or any query related to this demo, you can reach out to us at info@dynamicsquare.com. Thank you so much for your time.